This is Module 2, Lesson 3. In this lesson, we'll be converting units and solving problems using metric capacity measurements. So we're measuring metric capacity. Capacity is the amount of liquid that will fit in a given container. So we have two units of measurement when we're using metric measurements to measure capacity. The first one is a milliliter, and its abbreviation is a lowercase m and an uppercase L. And a milliliter is about the amount of liquid that will fit in an eyedropper. The other measurement is a liter, and it's abbreviated with a capital L. And most of us are familiar with the large bottles of soda, liter bottles of soda. So those big bottles hold a liter of soda. And as we've seen with other metric measurements, one unit will be a multiple of 10 units of another unit. In this case, it's 1,000. So 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So again, if we want to convert from liters to milliliters, we'd multiply by 1,000. All right, let's look at an addition problem with mixed units. Let's say we have 32 liters, 420 milliliters, and we want to add that to 13 liters, 585 milliliters. So using algorithm methods, we can write one vertically and add it to the second one, the second addend. So if we add the milliliters first, we get 1,005. We know this is equal to 1 liter and 5 milliliters. If we add the liter side, we get 45 plus the 1. We end up with 46 liters, 5 milliliters. We can also convert both measurements into milliliters. The first one would be 32,420 milliliters. The second one would be 13,585 milliliters. We can add these two together. And we get 46,005 milliliters, which we can simplify into 46 liters, 5 milliliters. We could also look at a simplification method for this one. So we could start by adding together the 2 liter measurements and get 45 liters. Then we could take the first milliliter measurement and decompose it into 405 milliliters and 15 milliliters. We could then add the 15 to the 585, and that would give us 600, which is an easy one to do mental math with. Then we could subtract add the 405, and we get 1,005, which is 1 liter and 5 milliliters. We'll add in the 45 from here, so we get 46 liters, 5 milliliters. Then let's look at a subtraction one. 12 liters, 215 milliliters. Subtract 8 liters, 600 milliliters. Again, we can use an algorithm method. writing the problems vertically as we would for a standard subtraction problem. We can't subtract 600 from 215, so we'll decompose this and add it to the milliliter side. So now we have 1,215 milliliters minus 600 milliliters. That would give us 615 milliliters. And 11 take away 8 would give us 4. So we have, 3 liters, 615 milliliters. We could also use an algorithm method by turning both of the numbers into milliliters. And doing the subtraction, we'd end up with 3,615 milliliters, which we can rewrite as 3 liters, 615 milliliters. So that's 2 algorithm methods. We could also do a simplification method. Here's our original problem. So we're going to subtract our liter measures first, and we get 4 liters. Then we're going to add the 4 liters to the milliliters that we're going to be subtracting from. And if we add this together, we get 4,215 milliliters, which we can decompose into 3,000 milliliters plus 1,215 milliliters. Now we can subtract the milliliters from here, and we get 615 milliliters. The 3,000 milliliters here would be 3 liters, and again we get the same answer of 3 liters, 615 milliliters, or 3,615 milliliters. Let's try some problem set problems. In the first one, we're converting liters to milliliters, noting that 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. Pause the video and complete the conversion table for problem 1. So we would have 5,000 milliliters, 38,000 milliliters. If we have 49,000 milliliters, that would be 49 liters. This would be 54,000 milliliters. And if we have 92,000 milliliters, we'd have 92 liters. In number 2, we're converting these mixed unit numbers into same unit numbers, and we're expressing them all in milliliters. So pause the video for a minute and do A through F. So A would be 2,500 milliliters. B would be 70,850 milliliters. C would be 33,015 milliliters. D would be 2,008 milliliters. E would be 3 liters, 812 milliliters. And F would be 86 liters, 3 milliliters. Okay, pause the video and use one of the strategies to find the sum for 3A. One strategy would be, again, to write both of them in milliliter form. So 40 liters would be 40,000 milliliters, plus 1,760 milliliters would give us a total of 41,760 milliliters, which you could also write as 41 liters, 760 milliliters. Pause the video and try B. If we write this vertically, we'd have 7 liters minus 3,400 milliliters. To do this subtraction, we'd have to, if we took 1 from here, that would be 1,000. 2 liters would be 2,000. 3 liters would be 3,000. So in order to do the subtraction, we'd have to take 4,000 milliliters, which would leave us with 3 liters. Then if we do the subtraction, we'd get 600 milliliters and 3 liters, which would be the same as 3,600 milliliters. For C, we have mixed units, and we're going to express the sum in the smaller unit. So pause the video and choose a strategy for that one. If we rewrite both of these in milliliters, we'd have 25,478 milliliters plus 3,812 milliliters. If we add them, we'd get 29,290 milliliters, or, and we're going to leave it there since we're expressing them in the smaller unit. Pause the video and try D. Again, since we want to end up in milliliters, if we rewrite these both in milliliters, we'd have 21,000 milliliters, and we'd have 2,008 milliliters. And if we subtract, we'd end up with 18,992 milliliters. For E, we're also subtracting, and we're going to write our answer in mixed units. So pause the video and try that one. If we write this in vertical form, we can't subtract 547 from 425, so we would have to rename 1 liter as 1,000 milliliters. Now we can do the subtraction. We'd have 6 liters and 878 milliliters. Pause the video and try F. Again, if we write this vertically, again, we can't subtract 876 from 433, so we need to rename one of these liters and convert it into milliliters. Now we can do our subtraction. And we end up with 18 liters, 557 milliliters. Okay, moving on, we have some real life problems. We're going to use a tape diagram to model the problem. Choose a strategy that works for you, and then write your answer as a statement. 4 has 2 parts, A and B. Pause the video and do both parts. So for part A, we have 3,500 milliliters. In order to compare these, we could rewrite this also in milliliters. This would be 3,095 milliliters. And this would be 1,600 milliliters. So now we can order them, and we see that we're putting them in order from least to greatest. So the least amount is the pineapple juice at 1,600 milliliters. The next is ginger ale at 3,095 milliliters. And the largest ingredient is the tropical at 3,500 milliliters. Then the question is, how much punch did John Mother make? So we're looking for a total. We have 3 different kinds of liquid that we're adding to this. So we have the tropical drink, which is 3,500. We have ginger ale, which is 3,095. And we have the pineapple juice, which is 1,600. And we want to know how much she made altogether. So we're looking for a total. So that tells us we need to add. We're going to add 3,500 with 3,095 with 1,600. And our solution would be 8,195 milliliters, or 8 liters, 195 milliliters. So John's mom made 8 liters, 195 milliliters of punch. Okay, pause the video and try number 5. Okay, here we have the amount that the family drank of milk at breakfast, 1 liter, 210 milliliters. We want to know how much is left when the total amount of milk that they had before breakfast was 3 liters. So if we have a total and a piece and we're looking for the other piece, we know that's subtraction. So we're going to do 3 liters, minus 1 liter, 210 milliliters. So in order to do this subtraction, we need to rename one of these liters as 1,000 milliliters. When we do the subtraction, we get 790 milliliters. And when we subtract here for the liters, we get 1. So we'd have 1 liter, 790 milliliters, which is also equal to 1,790 milliliters. So there is 1 liter, 790 milliliters of milk left. Okay, pause the video and try number 6. Okay, so Petra's fish tank has 9 liters, 578 milliliters in it. We have the capacity of the whole tank, and we want to know how much she needs to fill the tank. So we have a total of 12 liters, 455 milliliters. So again, we have a total and a piece, and we're looking for the other piece. So we know that's subtraction. Let's do this one by writing both of the measurements in milliliters. So the total tank is 12,455 milliliters. The amount that's already in there is 9,578 milliliters. We're going to subtract, and when we do that, we end up with 2,877 milliliters. She needs 2,877 milliliters, which is the same as 2 liters, 877 milliliters, to fill the tank. And that concludes lesson 3.